Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and I'm here. I'm answering phone calls, calling people back as fast as I can go. And I just noticed one of these properties in Cochise County, Arizona. It's the last one. I've had, I don't even know how many of these 4-acre properties in Cochise County, Arizona. The last 2 years or so, I've been the cheapest, easiest 4-acre source of land in Cochise County. I've probably done more volume than anybody. Lots of people have bought these properties. Lots of happy buyers gotten back to me telling me about the property, how much they love it, and what they're doing with it. And the main thing that people love these properties for is the zoning, or the lack of it, or the simplicity of it, I should say. There's still zoning, but it's RU4 land, which you can do an owner-builder deal on. So you can go to the Cochise County website, their planning zoning website, and you can download this PDF form and you fill it out and you say owner builder. You check off the box. I want to build a 3-bedroom house or something. And you don't have to get inspections. You can waive inspections and you can build it out of what you want. You can do what you want with this property, right? So other people on the internet, like My Little Homestead, they're building homes in this county with earth bags. Their family's building, they build a building for each kid, make it their bedroom. Handyman is the name of another YouTube channel, Derek and Hannah. Hannah makes these great cooking shows, and Derek makes these DIY shows on YouTube. And they build a tiny home and they move it out to Cochise County, and they do the owner builder. Some of the recent videos he's been doing, he's building this big garage/shop thing, and no inspections. He just dreams it up and builds it. Because it's owner builder, you can do it. You're not supposed to turn around and sell it. You're not supposed to turn around and rent it. You're supposed to live there. You're supposed to be responsible for the safety and everything of it. And but you can build basically whatever you want without much of anything. I think you can move in with an RV if you pay the $30 RV permit, and then you can do a building permit. I think it's $157. Don't quote me on that, but it's something simple like that. It's not a whole lot of money, and you go build. So let's jump into the website. Let's look at the last 4-acre property I have in Cochise County. I hope to get some more someday, but for right now, this is the last one I've got on the website. And I oftentimes sell like 1 or 2 of these a day in the past, and I can't believe there's only one left on the website. I've usually had a really good inventory of these to choose from. And so here we go. $100 a month for 30 months, what I'm asking for this one. The neighboring property is sold for that same deal. 4 acres. There's the APN number. Parcel C is what I'm calling this one. So if we go, there's a diagram in here somewhere. We pull up this diagram. I did it A, B, C, D, E. So I believe it's a 256 foot or 265 foot. Does it say in the legal description? This legal description is missing the description of the parcel. This is the legal description of the original property. But I think it's 256 foot. Each one of these is I believe it's 260. Can't remember, it's 56 or 62. I think it's 256 foot. So it's a third one down. I'll get you the exact measurements if you buy it and go for it. It's right in the middle. So it's a rectangle here with an easement on the one side. There's a road on that side, and there's split. So different people are on the east and the west, and a couple different lots there. So let's take a closer look at this. Taxes are probably like $40-something a year. It's RU4 zoning, which means that you can do the owner builder stuff at 4 acres and up. You need the 4 acres and you need the RU4 kind of zoning. There's a couple other kinds of zoning you can use, but RU4 is the one that I know the best. Elevation's a little over 4,000 foot elevation, so you're not down in like baking Phoenix kind of weather. You're not up in like Arctic, alpine weather either. You're high desert. It's more temperate summer, more mild winter than lots of other places. So GPS coordinates. Let's click on that. Let's take a look at where we're at in the world on this property. It's 250 something or 60 something feet north to south, and 660 feet east to west. If I got my numbers right off the top of my head. So Here's a highway. Highway goes by it, not right to the property. You're not going to be like breathing the fumes of people flying down the highway. But there's a highway over here that goes down to Douglas. Douglas has a Walmart and I believe a lumber store and supplies. If you go over to Bisbee, you get some more supplies. And if you go up to Tucson, and if you go north up to the 10 and go over to Tucson, you've got a major airport. And if you go further, you get a lot bigger airport up in Phoenix. So if you're going to do some major travel, and you might go in and out of Phoenix or maybe Tucson, rent a car, get down here. If you want to go, rent some earth moving equipment or specialized tractor part or something, you probably get that kind of stuff in Tucson. Basic car parts you probably get locally down here in Douglas. Groceries as well. So here's the highway. There's these little roads that come over here. They're not super fancy roads, but there's other houses in the area, so they're using them, so I know they work. There's a couple different turns you can take. You can come from north or south. And as you zoom in, so there's a house over here using it. There's a house up here using it. I'm not sure if they have power lines. I kind of don't think so. So this is where the property would be. It'd just be a big rectangle here, 250 or 60 feet north to south, 660 going this way. Let's see if we see a power line. I doubt it. This is blue sky solar country. I mean, you're going to want to set up a solar system whether there's a power line there or not. Maybe this other one. Well, maybe this. What's this? Is this a watering hole? A little bit bigger road. Maybe there's a power line going down that one of these other houses. I'm not seeing a power line right off the bat. It doesn't mean there isn't one, but maybe a cattle operation going on over here. Yeah, they got solar panels. So, no power lines, my guess. You gotta go build your own power system. And if you like building your own power system, you like DIY, buying land, building your own stuff like I love. There's another YouTube channel that I really like is Yehu Garcia. And this guy... This guy's crazy. He's fun crazy. He buys like recycled batteries and batteries that aren't being used for medical equipment or all kinds of weird things, and he concocts them together and makes power walls out of them for way cheaper than going to Tesla and buying off-the-shelf stuff. He does DIY power walls and shows you how to hook up solar panels and that kind of stuff too. So it's getting so much more DIY friendly to set up your own solar system. One of the other guys that is fun to watch in Cochise County was that handyman DEE. His name's Derek, I think. Handyman, he did his own DIY solar system. He used like crashed car parts. I think it was Tesla batteries from Teslas that people crash. They take off nice and fun and people lose control, hit a tree or whatever. You can still get the batteries out of the car for cheap after the thing crashed. You don't have to pay Tesla walls prices. So he did that, and he did power wall that way. But there's lots of ways to source cheaper batteries that are really good quality batteries, lithium batteries, instead of just the old heavy lead ones you got to maintain. And you can set that up, power here, and then you can do rainwater catchment. Arizona's really big about rainwater catchment. I think it rains about 15 inches a year here, and most of it comes in late July and early August. So you just got to get ready with the gutters on everything. And one of the guys, that handyman guy YouTube channel, he builds an extra roof in the desert like this, and this same kind of area. He just calculates how much water he needs, how much area you need to collect that water, and then it hits the roof, goes down the gutter through some pipes into his tanks, and then he's got more water than he needs. And I believe he does that instead of collecting it off the ground in washes and stuff, because from my understanding, the laws in Arizona is once it hits the ground, then it's you're not supposed to collect it. But if you collect it before it hits the ground, like if you make a roof, if you make a barn, your house, and all that kind of stuff, I'm not sure about hardscapes, but I think you can do it off of hardscapes too. So if you have like a patio, driveway, that kind of stuff, I think you can collect it off of there. But once it hits the ground, and you're supposed to let it go, let it water nature. I might be wrong on that. Go look up your own understanding, but that's my understanding of it. So you could collect water, you could collect sun for power, and you can go buy supplies or shuck supplies. I mean, this kind of place you could shuck supplies. You could scavenge supplies from other places because you don't have to have graded material to build here when there's no inspections and you're responsible for everything you do. So if you're a creative type and you like to use recycled windows and recycled roofing materials and recycled whatever, you go to the kinds of places that recycle them, or you go on Craigslist and go find your supplies and go pick them up, scavenge them, whatever. Side of the road style, garage sale, however you collect them. You collect that stuff in the bin of the scraps out behind stores or construction site scraps and things. You'll build your house out of that. You can do it in Cochise County. You can't do it in most places because the regulations won't let you do it. But here, with the owner builder stuff, my understanding is you can. So that's what makes these properties really fun. Tried to pull this up in this software. It doesn't seem to be working right now. I pulled it up in Cochise County GIS system. So they've got, if you just Google Cochise County GIS, you can put the APN numbers of these properties in here, and this is pre-split, like it's showing the map before little chunks have been split off. And so this chunk is on the west half of this thing, and it's the C block, it's the middle, so it's 256 foot, 256 foot, and then 256 foot, so it's the third one. If I have that number right, you get the idea. My number might be a little off, but it's so just a big rectangle in here with a road on the sides. You can drive right up to it, move in, there's your property. And it says over here, RU4 zoning. What am I doing? I'm on the wrong screen. So let me go back here. Let me say that again. This is the screen I was telling you about. Here's the Cochise County GIS system, and the block is right in here, you know, this section of it. And then the zoning is over here. RU4 zoning is you can't see it. The screen's cutting it off. You're just gonna have to trust me. It says RU4 because I don't know how to get the screen to move. Well, there we go. Hey, that worked. So RU4. So now you can see it. It's gonna be small in the video anyway. But you get the idea. So that kind of zoning allows you to do all those perks that I was telling you about. So in the description below, I'll put a link back to this property. And it's the last one I have. So whoever gets it, gets it. Maybe in the future I'll get some more of these properties or make some more of them or whatever. But right now this is the last 4 acre I've got. I've also got a couple 5 acres that Claire Harriet has on the website. Like 1 or 2 of them, maybe 3 of them. And then a bunch of smaller ones that I forget who posted them. But there's a bunch of smaller ones on the website too that one of the partners put on the website. So there's 10 or 20 smaller properties in Cochise County that you can choose from. They're really cheap ones. They're cheaper than this. With a different zoning. So check out the zoning and see what you can and can't do with the particular properties. So this style of build whatever you want. Cochise County doesn't blanket the whole county. It depends on the zoning. So I'll put the link in the description below to this property on the website, and whoever gets there, takes off with it, loves it, pays for it, gets it. And it's just that easy, and I'll keep serving up more over time. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com.